What's up, everybody? How y'all doing today? Ooh, got to reset everything. Everything's all. You come back and all your cameras are messed up. Everything's all funky. Chase, you are here every day. Okay. I left for a week. I come back, you're still here. You're also always talking to me about my girlfriend, which makes me think you're jealous. I just don't know of who. You jealous of me or of her? That's the question. Which one is it, bud? I'm back. Hello, everyone. Vacation was nice. Vacation was very nice. But uh but to be completely honest with you, just like I can't this happens every time I take vacation, just some crazy shit happens. I don't know if it's ever just take vacation and crazy stuff happens or crazy stuff is just constantly happening and I don't ever have time to catch up. It did feel good to be back home. It was the first time I'd been home in a long time. So it was very nice to be home. Very, very nice. Tell you what, California. Um, Honestly, California is just it's the same California always is. Yeah, it's industrialized. I'll say that much. It was cool. It was cool. We went out to the Aquarium of the Pacific out in Long Beach. That was really fun. And then we stopped by Coco's out in Torrance. That was really awesome. I gotta turn this off. Hold on. Yeah, we stopped by Coco's out in Torrance. That was a really really good time. So I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun shopping out at the mills. But I will say, as much as I did enjoy vacation, all right, as much as I did very much enjoy it, okay. Um, I miss being home. I do. So there's something about uh, there's just something about being, in your own bed, with your dog and stuff. You know, just something about it. I'm seeing a lot of the birthday wishes. Thank you so much for that. It's not my birthday yet. Not for another, I guess, 5 hours. I guess another 5 hours until my birthday starts. Since I'm on Central Time. Yeah, early birthdays. Thank you. I appreciate the early birthday wishes. Yeah, my birthday's tomorrow. But I mean, do we really celebrate 39, you know? Do we really celebrate 39? I don't know if that's really a thing. You know. 39 seems like such an arbitrary birthday to celebrate, right? I feel like 40 is like the number, I'll be 40 the next December, right? Like that's what you really need. I'll definitely be rocking out for the 40th. I will do that. Tomorrow for my 39th, I'm gonna hang out with you guys. Nothing too crazy. I'm just gonna hang out with y'all, if that's all right. Yeah, I want to go to Dollar Tree. I'm gonna try to remember. I'm gonna try to go to Dollar Tree and get like a giant like happy birthday like sign. I don't know. So stupid. I don't know. It'd be something stupid like that. I'll switch that up. Yeah, but I see big things happening. Big things happening in 2026. Okay, so I'm excited for the new year. So I'm excited for the new year. I see big things coming in 2026.
It's insane.
It can't get any worse. Well, that's a lie. It can definitely get much worse. It can definitely get much worse. It's the worst day you've had so far. Oh no. Sorry. I'm just. It's the worst day you've had so far. All right. I hope it's not though. I think it'll be much better. I think it'll be much better. But regardless, much better, much worse, doesn't matter. We're going to be here. Well, it does matter, but we're going to be here all together anyway. Oh, that's too bright. Shit. Thank you guys. I really appreciate all the very sweet comments. Very nice. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Sandwich, thank you so much for the floating heart. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Glitch Show, hi, how are you? Happy birthday. Tomorrow I will be 39. I'll be 39 tomorrow. So that'll be fun for that. We'll have a little party. We'll have a little party here. We'll see what's up. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. Dr. Carla, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. Dr. Carla with the memberships coming right off the rip after vacation. That's what I like to see. Love to see it. Love to see it. All right. Hey, Dr. Carla, how are you doing? I will take that as the early birthday gift. So thank you so much. I really appreciate that, Dr. Carla. Huge WC chat for Dr. Carla for the 5 gifted starting out the live today. And CJ with the $20 super chat coming right behind starting out this live. CJ saying, welcome back, Polly. Hope you had a great vacation. It was a very nice time. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. It was a very nice time. I cannot get my white balance around this camera. I need a new camera. It's insane. So thank you so much, CJ, for that $20. Huge WC chat for CJ. Raging Butterfly with the gifted membership. Hell yeah. That's 6 starting out the live today. Thank you so much, WC chat for Raging. And Jen right behind with $10 super chat. Say, I got to go watch my Pats beat the Giants, but I'll watch you later. Great to see you, and I hope you had a great trip. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that, Jen. Hope you enjoy the game. I'm enjoying it. I sure did enjoy that ass kicking that the Chargers put on the Raiders yesterday. I very, very much enjoyed that. So, unfortunately, Justin Herbert had to go into surgery today. So, we'll see how that goes. I'm a little worried about that. But the cool news is, I know we had to cancel the meet and greet that was happening. That was supposed to happen last Saturday in California. That sucks. It is what it is. All right. It is what it is. On the good note, we are going to plan another one. I already know the spot we're going to. I scoped it out. I happen to know the owner. So when we do the meet and greet, that will be, sometime, I'm hoping March, April timeframe. I'm hoping. In SoCal, I already know where it will be. So that's pretty cool. Hopefully we can actually get that in this year. So I really, really appreciate you guys. Ooh, excuse me, Jacob. Thank you so much for the 100. Also, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right. Well, coming back, I'm seeing some lives starting to fill up. I'm seeing some numbers start to show up, and so we will. We're gonna let this thing just kind of cruise on into speed. Hopefully, it does. Hopefully, it does just cruise right on into speed. So, thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate that. If you guys could do me a favor, like I said, as you guys are coming in, make sure you guys are chatting in the chat, saying hi, sending a comment, doing whatever you like to do. But make sure you guys are in the chat saying hi and stuff like that. That does help YouTube to know that that you're here and you're enjoying the show. I think that's the downside of running 2 different aspect ratios over here on the YTs is that all my big chatters, I got less people in the landscape and way more chatting. So I think that's what happens, but that's okay. That's okay. Come in, say hi, tap the live, send out, I don't know, gifts or something like that. I don't know. Send to each other. I don't really care. Just let them know that you're here. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Luis, Puerto Rico in the house. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. I hope you're doing well, brother. I hope you're having a good man. Long time to talk to you. So really, really appreciate you. Thank you so much. And Chase, thank you so much for the 100 also. Thank you. After being gifted a membership, I joined today. Hey, well, welcome in. Really appreciate having you. Philly says we support you. Oh, we got Philly in the house. What's going on, Philly? Ugh. Yeah, there's been some craziness going on. I leave for like a week. How am I doing? I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. I'm having some, I don't know, nothing to worry about. We're all right for the moment. Well, then, you know what? I'm seeing a bunch of Philly in the house. Maybe my next meet and greet after California will be Philly. Who knows? Maybe we'll make it Philly. I've never been to Philly. So maybe we'll see. Maybe I'll do Philly. I do owe some people up in Pennsylvania a visit. So who knows? Maybe I'll do Philly. We'll see. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. Look at I'm the problem with sorry, Heathen up in the house over here with his membership for 2 months. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you, Heathen. I appreciate you. And Angie, thank you so much for the $2. Says, welcome back. It's been rough here in DC. Yeah, I did see that. I do try to disconnect from news and politics and all that fun stuff when I am on vacation. But I was slightly plugged in after hearing about those National Guard soldiers being shot. I believe one is passed and one is still in the hospital, I believe. Absolutely horrific stuff. Absolutely horrific stuff. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Very, very sad stuff. Very, very, very sad stuff. Yeah, tragic, tragic. This is why we shouldn't be deploying our National Guard frivolously for political purposes. Because it puts good men and women in our National Guard at risk. It makes them targets. I mean, it's the when you put them in harm's way, harm is more likely to happen. And I'm not trying to politicize this, right? I'm not trying to, you know, to put blame on any person that is not that person, that individual who committed this act. You know, I'm not trying to do that, right? But if those members weren't sitting around picking up trash in DC so that some politicians could take pictures of it, you know, then that young lady would still be alive today. And even worse than that, she didn't, you know, die protecting us from, you know, from foreign invaders or from, you know, from people trying to harm this country or disrupt our way of life. She didn't die from that, right? She died because somebody wanted to have her on the streets for political purposes. That's it. You know? So, anyways, it's very, very sad. It's very, very sad. You know? And now, we're talking, Trump's coming out talking about having land war in Venezuela, right? And it's like, you're just putting more troops in harm's way. That's what you're doing. For what? Thought we would have learned our lesson in Afghanistan and Iraq and every place else, you know? But apparently not. Apparently not. Troops are not supposed to be a political ploy for your, for your election or whatever. Sad. Yeah, for your ego. Exactly. So you can have a military parade or whatever the heck is going on. You know. So my heart goes out to her family. Truly does. I would hope that this would motivate, it would motivate our politicians in office to then remove those troops from being targets, but instead they just decide to create more targets. Which is truly sad. Right? Instead of trying to, to defuse the situation, you just created more targets. So, yeah, and my prayers go out to the, my thoughts go out to the other guardsman who's still in the hospital. Hopefully he makes it. I really hope he does. I really, really hope he does. I truly do. Hello?
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 Hello, this is Dirk here. How's it going?
Yeah, no one talks like that. I'm not talking to you. Anyways. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't become a trend, right? That's what's even scarier. That's what I'm afraid of. Is that it's gonna become a trend and something like that. Weird. The whole point of soldiers is not to send them to DC to attempt to fight crime. No, that is the job of police. That is not the job of soldiers. I think you all need to read what the job of soldiers is. I think maybe some education, okay, on the difference between fighting a war and policing, okay, would be very, very beneficial, all right, for some people out there. They were sent out there to pick up trash. And to guard ICE. The fuck are you talking about? You weren't sent out there to fight against people. They don't have the ability to police. They don't have the legal authority in this country to police. They do what they're told. They do what they're told, but not police, because they can't be told to police, because that's against the law. Again, y'all really need to understand this thing called like separation of powers, executive authority, maybe anything. I don't know. Maybe you guys need to understand anything. Okay? Maybe you guys need to understand anything. You can't order the military to be police. Doesn't work that way. Unless you're trying to unless you do some type of like insurrection act thing, which even that's kind of fringe, and Donald Trump hasn't done it. All right? So now, they were up there picking up trash. They weren't fighting any enemies. They were picking up trash. Okay? She got shot being paid to pick up trash and hang out at the mall, at Grand Central Station, or whatever. Wherever they had her. Okay? So, I don't want to hear any of that shit. I really don't. Like, it's sad. All right? It's fucking sad. They were doing lawn care also. Yes, they were the America's highest paid landscapers. That is true. Hello? All right, goodbye. Hello? All right, you're not there. Well, we're going to see if we can get this thing started today. Looks like we're running a little slow. I take a week off. Y'all forget about me? Is that what happens? Hello?
What's up?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Just not the way
Okay.
you respond to hello.
Yeah, okay. No, also not the way you respond to, somebody taken out in a was DC dangerous or not dangerous? I forget.
Sir, I'm sorry. I said hello.
Yeah, fuck off. Get to the topic, faggot.
Now I'll get to the topic when I'm
Eat a
ready.
dick, eat a dick, queer. You know what you are. Go suck a dick. Go ahead and leave your wife for the man you want, fag.
Man, sounds like you got some pent up sexual issues. Wow. So emotional. So emotional. That guy just all kind of emotions today, isn't he? Didn't even get past hello. Couldn't even get past. Apparently, hello is rough for MAGA. Apparently, it is kind of strange how fast MAGA gets to genitalia, specifically male genitalia. If you talk to any MAGA, like they just get to male genitalia so incredibly quick. It is wild. Hello, how are you?
Hey, what's going on?
Hi, how old are you?
I'm 27.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
I still support him in some aspects. Yeah,
Oh, like
not everything.
like which parts? Like the fascist part, or like the war part, or like the sending our
You mean
troops
like
out to get
making
killed
peace
part,
and
or
the
which
different,
parts?
like the peace deals. I support him in the peace deals that he has helped promote. Not starting a new war, closing the border, helping interest rates go down.
Well, you're right.
Stuff
He
like that.
did help interest rates go down. I will give you that one. Now, how he did that is kind of different. Normally, you would want to, have interest rates go down by, helping the economy. Donald Trump did it by the opposite. He just decided to hurt the economy so much that it lowered interest rates. That's pretty impressive.
Well, to get interest rates down, unemployment has to go up. That's
not true at all.
the test of time, right? It's true. That's how
not
it works.
true at all.
And that is true.
That's not
if
not
you
even
look at
kind of true.
that is 100% true.
Then how come the
In order to
unemployment
get-
rate was
when-
going down last year and the
When you have
hold on, then how come just
when you
last
have-
year? Hold on, sir, just real quick. Then how come just last year unemployment rate was going down and interest rates were also going down?
no interest rates was up as hell. When
I didn't say
Biden
they weren't
was
up.
in
They
office.
went
What are you
down.
talking about?
They went down twice last year while unemployment rate was going down.
Is that why? Is that
Sir,
why? mortgage rates were all the way up to 6, 7%
I am
under
asking
Biden,
you
and now they're
sir,
finally trying
I
to
am
come
asking
down?
you a very simple
Come on.
question, sir. I'm asking you a very simple
Yeah.
question. Okay, just listen.
But you're wrong.
I'm not wrong or right. I'm asking you a question.
You're not wrong or right. Okay, but
Right.
you're
My
putting a
question
statement in the
is not
question and
wrong
you're
or
wrong in the
no.
question.
I'm not telling you anything. I'm
The
asking you a
statement in
question.
the
I'm telling
question
you
is
a
wrong.
fact. The fact is that last year unemployment rate was going down. Okay? It was. Okay? The unemployment rate last year is lower than it is right now. Okay? And it was going down. And last year we had two different interest rate decreases. So how did we have two different interest rate interest rate decreases along with unemployment rate going down if that's not possible?
Listen, when you increase the interest rates as fast as Biden has done in his 4 years,
Sir. I know you want to
right?
talk about this,
The
sir.
employment-
No,
the
stop talking.
employ-
Nope, stop.
hold on.
Nope, no.
I'll let you talk, right?
No,
I'll let you
I
talk.
will
Now you're not
let
gonna
you
let me
say
talk?
whatever
You're not
you
gonna let
want,
me
sir.
talk now?
I will let you say whatever you want. I'll let you have
Let
an
me
open
interrupt
mic
you
to say
first.
whatever you want. But you're going to answer my question first, and then you can do it.
I'm answering your question.
No.
but you're interrupting.
How
I
It's
let
a
you
simple
talk.
question, sir.
Now you're not
Sir,
letting me
it's a
talk.
simple question. If last year interest rates went down and also unemployment went down at the same time, then how are you saying that unemployment has to go up for interest rates to go down?
Are you talking about how interest rates went down from like 7% down to like 0.5%? Is that what you're talking about?
They went down 0.5% twice last year, or no, 1/4% twice.
Not 0.5%. They did not cut by 0.5%.
Yes, there was 0.5% between both of them.
Right.
It was 2/4% cuts, which I believe is the exact same that has happened this year.
So not 0.5% each time. So,
But that's
when
the
you
same
have
that
an
it's happened
interest
this year.
rate that high, your unemployment rate is going to be low, especially the rate that Biden was employing by the federal government that was completely unnecessary, and that's why lots of cuts had to be
So you're just
made
refusing to answer the question. Okay, just say,
Oh, if
just
you
say,
give me time.
sir, just
listen,
say,
I gave you the
just,
time, and you're not even giving
Sir.
me, because I'm going to refute what you're saying. But
Well, then
you
can
want to
you
interrupt
please
me.
do it? Because it sounds like you're talking about Biden when I'm not talking
If you
about,
look-
sir,
if you look at
I'm
any
not talking
econ-
about Biden. I'm not talking about
Last year was
Trump.
Biden. What are you talking
Sir,
about?
I'm not
last
talking,
year was
sir,
Biden.
sir,
You
I'm
just
not,
talked about last year.
I am not
right?
talking
You said
about
last year,
Biden.
The unemployment rate.
Sir, did I say
Who was
Biden one
president last
time?
year?
Did I say Biden one time?
You,
Did
you're
I
like,
say
no,
Biden one
let me
time?
just- You said last year. So if
Last
you're talking
year,
about the
last
economy,
year
the
is not,
interest rates,
sir.
then we have to bring
Do you have
context, right?
any idea
We have
how
to bring
many?
context.
Yeah, we do need to bring context. We do need to
Okay,
bring
so
context. Yeah, but
if
sir,
I'm going to talk
sir,
about something
sir,
macroeconomic like
yeah,
interest rates
you
and
said,
unemployment,
sir,
then I'm going to talk
your
about the broad economic market.
statement, sir, your statement is
And you don't
it
like that
is
'cause you're a
not,
big
sir. I
Demi.
would love to. You said it in order to have a lowering of interest rates, you have to have unemployment rise. That is what you said. You said in order to have the interest rates lower, you have to have unemployment rate rise. That is what you said.
On scale, yes.
And,
Yes,
and I
on
am
scale,
giving
yes.
you an example. And I am giving you an example of a time when that did not happen. Okay?
Right, you're giving an example of a quarter. That's not how.
I'm giving you an example over the entire year of 2024.
By one quarter.
I'm giving you an
No,
example of
you-
the
you
entire
mentioned
2024.
2 cuts. That is not a year, right?
There was
We all
2
know
cuts
that
within
is-
2024, yes or no?
Cuts do not for.
Were there
and
2
every-
cuts in 2024, yes or no?
Off the top of my head, I don't remember.
Well, then I will let
Right.
you know that there was 2
Yeah,
cuts in
exactly.
2024. I am talking about the whole year.
I don't, off the top of my head, I don't want to say.
I
yes
don't
or no
need you
because I
to.
can't
I'm
remember.
informing you.
Exactly. Right.
I
But
don't
what
need you
do
to. I'm
know
informing you.
is
It's
that
crazy that you're talking about
rates
interest rate cuts.
correlate directly.
It's funny
with
how
the
you
employment rate.
It's really funny
That's,
how you're
that's what
telling
I do
me.
know.
It is really funny how you're telling me how you are somehow like the expert on interest rates, and you don't even know how many times they
I
were
said
cut
I'm an
last
expert.
year.
When did I say I was an expert?
Oh, okay. Well, you're acting
When did
like
I
you
say I was
are.
an expert?
You're acting like
No,
you
no.
are.
I'm just stating a fact. I don't have to be an expert to know that, the simple economic scales, supply and demand. I don't have to be an economic expert to talk to you about supply and demand. But what I can say is that
We're not talking about
unemployment
supply
rate
and demand. So
and interest rates. Well, I'm giving you an example.
we're not talking
You
about
understand?
supply and demand at all.
I know
None of this
we're
has
not.
anything to do
That's
with
what-
supply and demand
See,
in the
if
slightest.
I try to, you're that type of guy. I'm trying to give you a relatable example, and you just completely go off the rails. So
That was an
here's the thing.
example, sir. I
We
don't
really
need an
understand,
example,
'cause I'm
sir.
trying
What I need you to say is that yes, it is possible for interest rates to go down without unemployment going up, because I just gave you an example of that. That's it. We could be way past this, okay? But you're so concerned about trying to be right that you can't, that the truth is hitting you right in the fucking face, and you can't even see it. Okay, it is not a necessity for unemployment rates to go up for the Fed to drop interest rates. That is not a necessity. Okay. Is there some correlation? Sometimes, yes, there is.
Then no, it's not a necessity. But on a macro,
Well,
like
that's
year
what
by
we
year
were saying,
scale,
sir.
right? If you go year by year, then yes, you will see. If you look up the charts, anybody can Google that. You will see them correlate.
Sure, let's look it up.
When interest rates go down, unemployment goes up.
Okay, well then let's
9
take a look
times
at
out
it.
of 10, that's what happens.
Yeah, but sir, so the problem with your example here is that Donald Trump had unemployment rates go up and then interest rates started going down, not the other way around. You're saying that there is a
That's
correlation.
literally what happens because fiscal
No, you said
policy
the
requires it
opposite.
to happen
You
in order to make
said
money
the
cheaper
opposite.
for companies
You said
to
the
get
opposite.
people employed. That's literally how it works.
Okay.
Have
You
you
just said
watched any
sir,
of the meetings with
you
Jerome
just said
Powell? That's literally why
I've
he
watched
cuts rates.
so
because
many
he
of
thinks
them.
that
You're
the
saying the
employment market
opposite,
is
sir.
getting weaker, and that is why he has to cut rates.
Okay.
That's literally why they have to
You-
cut rates, because the economy is not doing that, not doing so, or the job is not doing that well.
Correct. He had to cut rates because the jobs are not doing correct. That is 100%
Yes.
correct. That's not what you just said.
That's one of the main reasons why they correlate.
Yeah, but that's not what
Period.
you just said. You just said when
That-
the
that
interest rate is
what I said
dropped.
from the very beginning.
No, it's
that
not,
job
sir.
And interest rates correlate. That's literally what
That
I
is
said.
not
from the
what
very
you said.
beginning.
You
And you
said
and what did you do? You want to go pick, in these two cuts, they cut these two quarter of a percent.
all right. You let me
And-
know when you're done
and
so I
jobs-
can correct
well,
you.
Okay, well, you want to cherry pick.
You let me know when
from
you're done and I'll
2
correct
months,
you. Not a
then
problem.
I mean, that's easy to cherry pick, but if you look on a macro scale,
Again,
you
sir,
will
I
see
never
the
mentioned the
correlate.
word quarter one time. Only you have done that.
I'm giving you a broad example.
No,
of
you
that.
keep saying that I keep talking about quarters. I have never mentioned quarters during this entire conversation. Only you have. I never mentioned quarters. I talked about the year of 2024 as a whole. That is it. You're the only one who has brought up quarters. I have not done that one singular time. So please do not tell me that I am cherry picking quarters when I never even mentioned a singular quarter.
Not quarters. I said you're cherry picking two cuts from last year, and you're saying, oh, well, in these two instances, the job market was, the unemployment rate was decreasing. So how do you explain that?
Okay. Sir, what you said, okay, is that when the interest rate drops, the unemployment rate goes up. That is what you said. Okay.
Yes, that they
Yeah.
correlate.
But
Yes,
that's
I said
not
they
what
are
happened.
directly
Sir,
correlated.
again, that's not what happened. Okay. Again, for like the fourth time, that's not what happened. The opposite of that happened. Okay. The opposite of that happened. The unemployment rate went up, and then they had to cut interest rates because Donald Trump's policies, his horrible policies, specifically his tariff policies, were so detrimental to the job market that it caused the job market to tank. And so they had to lower interest rates in order to try to freaking save the economy. So what I was saying from the get-go, sir, is it's a very interesting thing for you to give Donald Trump credit, okay, for having the interest rates lowered because he was just so bad that they had to do it to save America from him.
So if we talk about tariffs, which is a completely different, I agree with the tariffs. We definitely need those tariffs to all that new income that we weren't getting before. That's great. All the investments, the trillions of dollars, tens of trillions of dollars over the next 4 years that we will receive from outside investment. We haven't seen that ever.
And we still
Nobody talks about that. And in the short term, yes, I would agree that, manufacturing jobs have decreased, but it's going to take some time for these developments to occur. Everybody wants change from one night to the next. It's not going to happen that way. It's going to take time.
So who pays
It
tariffs?
takes time for these companies to be built. We're building chip manufacturing companies down in the Southwest.
We were already
to
doing
help
that.
our independency on chips.
We were already doing that.
Actually, what's it called? The Taiwan Semiconductor, if I'm not mistaken, or it's another
TSMC,
chip
yes.
company.
TSMC,
Right.
they agreed to build those.
Once they
Sir,
build
sir,
that,
it sounds
we
like you
will
just want to
have
ramble.
a
And I-
significant part
Sir,
of
it sounds
the
like
chip
you just want to
market, which
ramble.
we don't have right now because we're reliant on Taiwan and Asia.
Sir,
I don't know about you, but I don't want America to be reliant on chips from outside sources, right? That's
you're right.
that's
I
not smart.
100% do not want the United States to be reliant on chips from outside sources. You know who else didn't want that to happen? His name would be Joe Biden. Okay. And that's
And
why,
what did he do?
sir,
Nothing.
I'm talking now. The Chips and Science Act, which was passed under the Biden administration, okay, which was when TSMC and NVIDIA agreed to start building chips in the Southwest. That agreement happened 2 years ago. Okay, so I 100% agree that that we should not be relying on that. The problem is that Biden already fixed that, okay, and got literally billions of dollars of investment and factories building and factories that are already opened up thanks to the Chips and Sciences Act that happened under the Biden administration. But I wanted to go back to the tariffs, and since you apparently wanted to bypass that subject while talking about it, who pays for tariffs?
We do.
Okay, so why are you bragging about Donald Trump just taxing American people?
Right. So it's not about taxing us. It's that it's making it more competitive to help our own domestic market, because if we buy, it makes it more so people can stop, because I think that Americans overall do, not all of them, but a lot of them, there's a lot of unnecessary consumer buying that.
Yeah, that's all great,
The
sir.
outside
You
world
said that the
relies
tariffs,
on.
sir,
And
you
so-
said,
hold on,
no,
but-
I'm not holding on because you're not
give me a
answering my
second.
question. No, stop. You
So
said, sir,
why
you
is that
said,
good is because
sir,
it
all right,
makes, it makes the domestic industries, it allows them, it makes it more competitive. So then we don't buy from outside, we buy from domestic, and it helps us out in the long run. 100%.
Bringing in the money.
So we pay so the companies, the companies pay the tariffs, right? When they come in to import this stuff, right? The companies, whoever is importing it from domestically. So it's not like our consumer it's not like Americans are paying that, it's the company. And then usually what we have seen in this year is that the company eats the tariff and not pass it on to the consumer. We haven't seen them pass it on to the consumer.
Incorrect.
Yet.
And on every aspect of what you just said was incorrect. There wasn't a singular thing you just said that was correct. First of all, the company does pay, sir, the American companies have been eating the tariffs because the Americans are paying the taxes. So again, sir, stop talking. Yes, I swear to God, you could probably answer questions, sir. If you had the ability to just be quiet, I bet you could answer these questions so much better.
Considering how you're always interrupting.
Sir, because you like to ramble for 10 minutes, and every time I say 4 words, you want to talk. Okay?
I literally let you talk way more than you
don't let me talk on my fucking live. I let you talk. Now stop doing it. Thank you. You said that the tariff is bringing in money to the United States. Bringing in. How can you bring in money that's already here because American citizens and American companies are paying it?
All these people talking about, so you do it by taxing the companies, right? Aren't we against big corporations? Aren't Dems and Republicans against all these big corporations? So
you're just not going to answer the question at all.
So the American people don't pay that. Who pays it? The big companies.
Americans.
So that's how the money is giving. No, the companies pay that.
Are those companies American?
The backs of American peoples. That's how we get the money.
Are those companies American?
It's from the companies.
Are those companies American or not American? Are those companies American?
Does it come from citizens or corporations?
Sir,
you answer that.
I said it comes from
Does it
Americans.
Come from citizens or corporations?
Sir.
You can't even answer one question.
Sir. Wow. I said it came from. Sir, you've yet to answer.
Right there.
Sir, you've yet to answer my. All right, I'm now muting you again because this is fucking sad. Okay. You are a sad person, okay? If it is, I'm going to go ahead and explain it for you, okay? Since you seem to have an inability to be able to do anything, okay? So what I am going to tell you now, okay? Shh, you're muted and no one can hear you. So just be quiet and save yourself. Okay? So Americans are paying those. So first of all, it's American companies, okay, that are paying the import taxes. So therefore, Americans are paying the import taxes. So therefore, tariff finances are not coming from outside the United States into the United States, like you said, because you said it's coming into the United States. And if American companies are paying it, then it's not coming into the United States. It's already here. It is a tax. Okay? You are literally bragging about the president taxing Americans. Second of all, you're 100% incorrect. The companies 100% are passing that on to the consumers. That's why we've seen inflation rise since Donald Trump has been in presidency, because they are passing that on, and they're about to pass on even more, all right? That's why you're seeing things like Donald Trump trying to brag about, over the Thanksgiving, the feast is like 25% lower. Yeah, it's 25% lower if you cut 25% of the products and change them all to lower value products. Then yeah, obviously the entire meal becomes cheaper, okay? American consumers right now, okay, most consumers right now are paying more than they did last year. The reason why they're paying more right now is because of Donald Trump's tariffs. So I don't know about you. I have no problem with foreign investment, okay? But tariffs are not doing that. Okay, tariffs are only raising prices for consumers. Okay, they're making prices higher for everyday citizens. Okay, and they are a tax that is going to the richest corporations in the United States, and that's really, really sad.
You literally just said that the corporations are being taxed, so we're taking away that money that's going directly to the government. So that's what I said. That's what I meant and said when I said that that's how the U.S. is getting money from the corporations, because they pay them. And that's why other companies are putting in.
Thank you for
their
ignoring
investment
everything I
in the
said,
United
by the
States
way. I
because
appreciate
they
that.
don't want to pay the tariffs from outside.
Thank you for ignoring
It's clear
everything I
as day.
said, by the way, sir. I appreciate that.
I literally addressed the first. I let you rant for a whole long time, and I just addressed your first part, and that's how that works.
No, sir.
You didn't want to answer
The point
beginning.
was
the
that,
citizens do
sir,
not pay the tax.
sir,
It's the companies. And
sir.
if you see any poll
All
out
right,
there,
sir.
that
I'm going to hang
American
up the phone
citizens
now since you
are
have no
for
ability to have an
taxing
actual real
the
conversation.
corporations.
Hey, sir. Hey, sir. I'm going to hang up on you now. Sir, I'm going to hang up on you now because I want to have a conversation with someone and you refuse to. Okay? So it's fine, sir. It's fine. I would love to have a conversation with somebody, but you refuse to have a conversation with me, and that's fine. Okay. Sir, would you like me to give you another chance or no? It's yes or no question. Yes or no. 3, 2, 1. Yes or no? All right, bye-bye now. Very, very sad. Very, very sad. Yeah, I tried to give him another chance. I really did. But he's like, they pay the tariffs. Yes, they pay the tariffs, but they pass them on to consumers. See, corporations pay it. I win. You lose. Shut up. That was literally that conversation. I tried. Gotta treat them like children sometimes. Anyways, One Pixie, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Sweet Jams, thank you so much for the corgi. I really appreciate that also. And thank you so much for the gifted membership. I really appreciate that. We're going to move on to the next caller. Please make sure you hit that like button, hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Hello, how are you? Hello? All right, goodbye. Yeah, I didn't say. Patsy, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Patsy. Big W's in the chat for Patsy. Sorry, I like this comment. It says, why are Democrats the only ones on TikTok? We're not. We're just the only ones that'll actually have a conversation with people, which is the funny part. If you ever see any MAGA live, there is 8 of them sitting on a panel. And if you try to have a conversation with any singular one of them, they lose their entire minds. And so nobody comes to their lives because they're boring. And you'll see like literally like 20 people in there. And I'll be like, oh, I'll go up there and try to have a conversation. Won't last 2 seconds before they lose their minds and freaking drop me. So I don't even try anymore. I truly don't even try anymore. I don't even attempt to have a conversation over there. I had a guy mute me one time. He got me, he muted me before I said anything. I came up there and I was like, hi, how's it going? And they were like, first of all, I'm going to stop you right there, and just muted me. And then went on some rant and I was like, okay, let me address that. And then he just literally kicked me. It's wild. I am literally a curse word in MAGA lives. I'm literally a curse word in MAGA lives. I go into MAGA debate spaces and they literally just like go nuts. It's wild. It's absolutely wild. All right, y'all. I don't know what is going on over here, but my live over here is really, really suffering today. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to restart over on my portrait live and see if we can get some callers in here, because we're having a rough time today. I don't know what's going on. If it doesn't work on that one, I might have to get off early if we're not having any calls tonight. Because this is wild. Yeah. But let me try to restart over on that one. Everybody else, TikTok, Landscape Live, you guys are all good. You guys don't need to do anything. I'll be right back over there. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. This live over here, which normally is my best live, has been definitely struggling as of late. Really unfortunate. I'm hoping I don't have to stop using it. But I guess we'll see. Hello, how are you?
Oh wow, I didn't think I was gonna get on.
Well, you're
I
here.
constantly call this number and it would never. Hi, how are you?
I'm great. How about yourself?
I'm great. Please let me start off by saying I think I think you're a very intelligent man, and like you're what's the word I'm looking for? You're just very knowledgeable about what you talk about. To be clear, this is about if I still support Trump, right? Just to be clear.
Correct.
Right. I do and I don't. I do and I don't. The reason I do is because say what you will, I remember back in like 2022 when COVID came out and it was his first term, not his first term, after his first term. People that weren't even political in my neighborhood were like, yo, bro, we're going to go to war with Russia soon. Like, everybody was talking about war with Russia and, like, how it was going to be World War III and nuclear bombs and all that. And the second this man gets into office, all of that fades away. It was like Russia's no longer a threat, or Russia is no longer this big bad that we have to stomp off the earth, right? So like that's one reason why I do support him.
Hold
One
on.
reason I
What-
don't
What makes you think Russia's not a threat?
cause what
Better question.
Because-
Why do you think Russia's less of a threat now than they were last year?
not even less of a threat. The idea of going to war with Russia dissipated is what I meant.
There was no chance of us going to war last year with Russia.
No. I'm not saying that there was. You're not listening to what I'm saying.
Maybe I'm not hearing you because you're saying that before Trump got in, there was this whole like, oh, we're going to go to nuclear war with Russia, which isn't true at all. And now we are still not going to nuclear war with Russia. Nothing changed.
I'm not saying that we were. I'm saying people on the lower classes thought that war with Russia was imminent. People
First of all,
wanted
I don't
to
know who you
vote.
mean by like lower classes, okay? But what I will say is, like, sorry, you support Donald Trump because a bunch of people that don't know anything about Russia thought that Russia was gonna go to war with us. What? What does that have to do with Trump?
No. And let us not pretend that the Democratic Party wasn't trying to support Ukraine's independence and they weren't going to send troops to Ukraine. Like
They were not.
that's what I mean by war with
They were
Russia.
not at all.
Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
they could have just done that. What were they waiting for if they were gonna do it?
I'm not saying that they were waiting. I'm just saying that they were planning on sending troops. There was very big talk about America helping Ukraine in the current situation, like more than just giving them weapons. Like there was talk about that.
From who?
Congress,
What?
specifically in the Democratic Party.
Who in Congress?
I said specifically the Democratic
Yeah,
Party.
I want you to get a little bit more specific because I never saw a vote or a resolution or anything in Congress whatsoever that even addressed this.
I mean, I did. I read it all over. I read it all over the news. I'm not saying that the news was trustworthy. I'm just saying there was a lot of propaganda with Russia, and like, it's gone now. Is my point.
Okay, well, it was never there. The Democrats weren't sending troops to Ukraine at all.
I didn't say they were sending troops. I said they were considering sending troops.
Well, yeah, we should always be considering every option.
Not in the Ukraine-Russia war. That's
Yep. Nope. We should be considering every single option for every single conflict ever in existence. That's how we're prepared for things.
okay. Well, yeah. That's why I did. Why I do support Trump. Like the paranoia with Russia has definitely died down. As for why I don't support him, I genuinely believe that the whole airstrike on the nuclear facilities in Iran, sorry. That was like the dumbest thing any president has ever done, because like the only thing it did was strengthen the Iranian government to want to make the nuclear bomb, and they didn't even exactly get rid of key sites. They just bombed a couple of sites and called it a day. Like they still have plenty of uranium, they still have plenty of scientists, and like it was just it was a power grab on Israel's part, in my opinion. That's why I believe that's why I don't support Trump.
Okay.
That's why I don't support Trump.
So you
'Cause,
don't
he's-
support him because his bombing of Iran. You do support him because of something with Russia that didn't exist. Got it. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Well, interesting points. I will take note of those. And I hope you have a good one then.
You too. Good night.
All right. Yeah, that's interesting. We were not. No one was sending troops to Ukraine. That was not happening. All right. I don't know. I don't get it. It sounds like I don't know were there really like big circles where people were like, "Oh yeah, we're totally going to send troops into Iran." Was that really something people were saying? Because I didn't hear anybody say that. That's some crazy talk to me. Yeah, maybe I missed it too. Fox News and right-wing influencers, that makes sense. Yeah, nobody was saying that shit, dude. Honestly, I wish they had talked about it a little bit more. I thought it was like really a play that we could have used. Like, you want to talk about leverage? That would have been leverage to end the war. But, that's just me. 1968, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Said, dude couldn't even answer whenever he wanted another chance. Dude, I gave him so many questions and he wouldn't answer a single one of them. And then I was just like, how about I give you another chance? Would you like another chance? And he was like, can't even answer that one. All right, that's cool. AJ Sir says me next, then call in or join the guest request box. Either way. Thank you so much, 1968. I really appreciate that. We are going to see. We're going to attempt to get this thing going, so I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. It has been a hell of a live already. That's to say the least. It has been a hell of a live already, even though we had to do a little restart over there on that one side over there. But we'll see if we get another call in soon. If not, I don't know. I might just go enjoy my pre-birthday day. I don't know. I thought there would be some more excitement to freaking see him back on, and I can't even get anybody in this live. Everything is way down. I think it's just down a lot because of the holidays, to be honest with you. That's what it is. Yeah, there's 250 people in my landscape live and 72 likes. What are we doing over there? Yeah, my birthday's tomorrow. I'll be back on tomorrow. At least I think. I was planning on being back tomorrow. But I don't know now. We'll see. We'll see. Kayun, thank you so much for the becoming a member. I really appreciate that. Big dogs to chat for Kayun. Say goodbye to 29. I'll be 39 tomorrow. $29. I don't even remember 29, dude. That was a long time ago. I felt like 6 lives ago. That was like 6 lives ago or something. Yeah, that was forever ago. I thought that was a whole different crit. Oh goodness gracious! And now things are. Oh goodness. I am old. I'm way old now. I don't remember. Freddie said I don't remember 39. Goodness. You might need to take one of those dementia tests that uh-oh, they're gone. You might need to take one of those dementia tests that Donald Trump is supposedly taking.
Hello?
Grand Polly. Y'all fucked up for that one. Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm like 18 now.
You're like 18 now? What year were you born?
Yeah. I was born in 2007.
All right. Well, what's on your mind?
Okay, so I don't really support Trump exactly, but I support like JD Vance.
Why would that's almost worse?
I mean, hey, hear me out. At least JD Vance is not the pedophile like Trump.
No, he just fucks couches instead.
I mean, but he's
And
also a
Erica
veteran.
Kirk. And Erica Kirk.
I mean, we're not sure about that, right? Until I see
I mean, I'm
like,
not
actual
sure about that, but
confirmation.
like, I mean, if I was a betting man,
I mean, how will we know, right? I mean, it's not like someone. It's not like we have official confirmation of that, you know.
I think we'll have some pretty good confirmation when his wife leaves. But
I mean, yeah, when a wife leaves and divorces, then I guess so. But for now, we don't know.
look, I'm not trying to compare the same. I'm not trying to compare it. Okay, I'm not. All right, I'm not trying to compare Donald Trump hanging out on Epstein's Island with JD Vance definitely fucking Erica Kirk. So I'm not trying to compare the two. But why would you support him? Just be like, do you know who else is not like a P3DO? Like most of America. Like why would you choose JD Vance?
One, I mean, I would trust JD Vance in the military. If you're a veteran, I respect that, and I would trust you over someone that's not a veteran. Like I think he understands the military more, like other veterans are like Democrats, Republicans, you know.
Yeah, just because you have some type of military experience doesn't mean that you're like, good at military stuff, right? Like they don't do like a how well do you know war test before you join or something like that, or even while you're in, you know what I'm saying?
Right? It's like giving a freaking like beginner trainer like
yeah,
how you shoot a gun, how do you like, do you think every American owns a gun? No.
yeah, and so like him being like a vet, like I mean that's fine. I do respect our vets and all sorts of stuff, but I mean there's tons of vets in the United States that are not qualified to be president or SecDef or hold any position whatsoever.
I mean, okay, I see your point in that. But I mean, let's take a very famous presidents who were veterans. You heard of Ulysses S. Grant, right?
Yes.
Before the Civil War, he fought for the Union, etc., and so on and forth. Some people in his time would consider him not to be really good at economics because he only knows war, right? But Ulysses S. Grant did help, in the Reconstruction era, like to rebuild America's economy because after the Civil War, America's economy was in shit because I mean you just had two sides just killing one another over slavery. One was against slavery, the other one was for slavery. But like even though he was a veteran and maybe he didn't have experience with the economy, he for sure helped contribute to recover the economy.
Yeah, so two things on that. One, I'm not saying that being a veteran isn't helpful towards being president. I don't disagree with that. Okay. But let's also be very clear. Ulysses S. Grant was a general. He literally like his job was finances in the military and budgeting and troop leading and all that sort of stuff. Like JD Vance was never a general, So like those are two very, very different people, So again, I'm not saying that being a veteran isn't in my opinion, personally, like a favorable thing for you holding political office. I think it's excellent, right? I agree with that. But it's the right military members, right? And again, you're comparing Ulysses S. Grant to what rank did JD Vance get in the military?
I think it was like a lieutenant or something like that.
Yeah, like so you're talking like barely anything to like the person who like led us in war, like our top ranking general who led us in war, like two very big different things.
But I mean, they're both in the same field though. They're in the military, They're
no, that's my whole point, dude. My whole point is just because you can say military doesn't mean that it makes you like somehow qualified. Now, if you do certain things in the military or you lead, a whole bunch of people, you do all these other things, then I agree. Then that can give you some very valuable experience. I'll give you a great example of that. I think General Mattis would have made a great president. You know who General Mattis is?
I heard of the name. Like,
yeah.
Is he from World War II by chance?
What's that?
Like, what era is he from?
This one. Well, mine. I don't know about yours. You're younger than me. He was actually the Secretary of Defense, the first Secretary of Defense under Trump's first administration.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I've heard the name, but I was like younger, in that time.
Yeah. So he was the Secretary of Defense under Donald Trump's first administration. Very, very decorated Marine general. Very, very, very smart man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Would I trust General Mattis to lead? 100%. He has spent his entire life leading. He has led, tens of thousands of troops into battle and all sorts of stuff. He's done great stuff, right? All for it.
He led the operation. He was one of the leaders in operations in the war of terrorism.
Yeah.
I mean, well, we know that America wasn't fighting against terrorists. We're really taking oil.
Yeah. Pretty sure JD Vance was like a corporal.
Corporal. Oh, I heard from lieutenant. I don't know. It's like, then again, one news source says he's a lieutenant, other one says he's a corporal or a colonel. It's
Corporal and colonel could not be further on these sides of the spectrum. Okay. But if that was the case, then you had somebody like Tim Walz that was the running mate for Donald Trump, for Kamala Harris, who was, a retired, E8.
Yeah, I respect that, Tim Walz. I wouldn't mind if he was in the military. I would trust him also because he's a veteran. He probably has lots, because from what I know, he served in the military in the 80s or 90s, if I'm correct.
I think 90s and the 2000s.
Yeah, 90s, 2000s.
But corporal's a lot different than that. I want to be very clear that corporal, isn't that like an E4?
I think so. I'm gonna be serious here, right? I don't know fully my army structure of the U.S. of the United States. I just know there's a private, second private, and a medic, and then.
I know second private doesn't exist. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, that doesn't exist. I thought you said
maybe private second class.
Right, second class. Yeah, my fault. Second class. Yeah.
Yeah.
Second class.
An E4 promotable. Yeah. Just let you know that E4 Mafia is very well known in the military as being your dirtbags. Yeah. They're the people that you just kind of turn the head on and they just kind of get things done. You don't really worry about them too much. But
right?
Yeah, they just kind of,
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I guess you and I.
He was a combat correspondent. He was a fucking blog writer.
Who? JD Vance?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, wasn't the dude also? I'm gonna be serious.
He was literally home dude from Full Metal Jacket. That was him. Fucking he was Joker from Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah, I know. That one dude who he likes to blast the shit out of people. Wait, was Joker the guy who was with the machine gun, or which one? I haven't seen that movie in a while.
He was the journalist that took pictures and stuff in Vietnam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but yeah.
I know it's in the Vietnam War, and it was a crazy bunch of shit that happened in that movie.
A whole crazy bunch of shit did happen in that movie. That is 100% true. But hey, man, I'm gonna try to move on to the next caller. All right. I hope you have a good one. Okay.
All right. You too, man. Hey, at least I'm not a huge MAGA supporter. Trump's so innocent.
You're good, man. I'd get off the JD Vance train. That dude just changes his stripes whenever it fits him. He's the fakest person that's ever existed. So you probably shouldn't be following him at all. That dude's shitty, man. I'm not saying all Republicans are shitty, but that dude's just a snake. I'll tell you that from the fucking get go, bro. For real. So anyways,
Ronald Reagan's better.
What's up?
Ronald Reagan's better.
Ronald Reagan's better?
Yeah.
Then JD Vance, I think I'll even have to give you that one, and that's pretty bad. But anyways, all right, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Right. Journalists and broadcasters actually go down the range? Yeah, like Joker. Like Joker in Full Metal Jacket. They went down range. I was right. I'm not wrong there. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but thank you so much, Fly. We're going to call you Fly. Says, German here, we know how sending military against own civilians and people who don't agree with us ends. Learn from the mistakes our country made in the past. Keep listening to Polly. Organize and stay strong. First of all, thank you so much for the 10 euros over here. I really appreciate that. Second of all, this is Germany telling us. Just saying. When Germany's telling you to watch out.
It's insane.
When Germany's telling you to watch out, maybe you should watch out. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Fly. And Kane technically was a member before, but had to cancel. But Hooray Overtime also starts like cuticle, cute. I'm just gonna call you cute. I'm just gonna call you cute. We'll go from there. I hope that's all right. We'll just go that way. I thought you were a member before. I thought you were. Right. I thought I was tripping for a second. But anyways, it looks like no one's here tonight. That's okay. We're just going to go ahead and end it. Well, oh shoot, and then I get a call. All right. I guess I'll try one more. I was about to end it. Hello, how are you? Nope. No one there. All right. I guess I'm going to end it then. No point in continuing this on. So I hope you guys have a wonderful one. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I'll be back tomorrow, I guess, a little bit for my birthday. I guess. I'm not even really sure. I may or may not be. I'll figure it out later. Don't go. Guys, there is 176 people in that live. I always say, I've said this, I've made this a rule throughout my entire life, my entire time streaming. I will stop streaming when people stop showing up. So if nobody's here, I'm not going to stay on. I'm going to go do something else. All right? I don't care how early it is. If people aren't showing up, then I'm not going to be here. All right? So I will see you guys later. Okay? Hope you guys have a wonderful one. All right? Love you guys. Bye.